Hey everyone, so today I am so excited to do another Shades EQ tutorial. My last video got so many comments and likes and you guys were just so interested in learning this product, so I'm really happy about that and I can't wait to teach you more about Shades EQ. I've got the full lineup behind me. I literally brought out every Shades EQ bottle I have right now, so I'm going to explain a lot more about this product and what the letter means, what the number means, so you guys can fully understand this product if you're doing it at home or if you're a hairdresser in the salon doing it yourself. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do is explain what these numbers and letters mean on the bottle so that you guys can understand this better. So this is 06WG, one of my favorite shades by Redken Shades EQ. So this 6 means a 6th level. So I have a 5 on my root right now. So imagine something one level lighter. So this would be a shade lighter. And then the W stands for warm. And then the G stands for gold. So I have a picture here of what it looks like. Let me pull that up for you guys. So there's the shade there. You can see it's like definitely like warm gold, and if somebody had blonde hair, it'd be a little lighter like this. I personally, if I put this on this color, you wouldn't see it because it's a 6, so it's too light. So it would probably grab onto these lighter pieces and make it a warmer gold. So I hope that makes sense. That's what we're working with here with these numbers and letters. And then I also want to explain the processing solution and the clear one more time because I did explain that in the last video, but I just want to make sure for somebody who didn't watch that other video, they can understand what we're mixing this stuff with and why. So here are processing solution and clear. So what processing solution does is this activates the color. So pretty much when you mix this with this, that makes the color work. And what you want to do is equal parts, so it's the same measurement for each. So if you take 1 ounce of this, you're going to want to mix 1 ounce of this. So what clear is right here, this is pretty much letting you play around with all these colors and customize them to something lighter. So if this, I want this to be like a level 7, 8, I'll add clear to this. So if I want 6 to be a 7, I'm gonna add half an ounce of clear to dilute this so it doesn't deposit more to that level 6. So that's what's really fun about Shades EQ. You can really customize things, so if I run out of a color that's lighter than the ones I have, I can play with those and make them different levels really, really easily. I'm gonna show you pretty much all these different tones and pick out my favorite ones and explain which ones are my favorite for each use. I'm also gonna list my favorite formulas below because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes of me just going color by color, but I'm gonna pick out my favorites and tell you why. So we're gonna start with the darkest colors. So this is 1B. This is like as dark as you can possibly get. This is for my girls who want that black, but like a little hint of blue accent. So again, that's a level 1, and then B is for blue. So you're really gonna have that really like jet black, cool hair with this color. So when you are using this, just be careful, it stains so fast. So just make sure you're nice and clean, you have gloves, and have color protector if your client comes in so it doesn't seep into their skin. But again, this is 1B. This is super, super dark for somebody with like wants black hair, and it's also super, super shiny. You guys are gonna love it. Okay, so 3N, this is my favorite for anybody who wants to be just like that natural brunette. It's very cool toned, which I love because a lot of my brunettes come in and they're like, I don't want to be red, I don't want any warmth. Like, this is what I go for. So 3 level is like 3 levels darker than this. And then N equals neutral. So it's going to be that neutral shade. Pretty much looks good on everybody, especially somebody who doesn't want warm tones. This is what I would go for a brunette. Okay, so 5N, this is literally pretty much my favorite tone for somebody who wants to do a root blend, root smudge. It always looks good on pretty much everybody. It's a cool level 5. So I'd say most people are my type of level. It's basically level 5, and it's kind of like, I don't know if you can tell because I've colored it, but growing in, it's like this really cool brunette. It doesn't really have a color, it just kind of looks like muted. So that's what this is. It's just a very muted brunette color, level 5. I'll use this on people who want root smudges, and I'll also use this as a low light all the time. That's like my favorite way to use it, but it's just very, very pretty and looks really good on pretty much everyone's skin tone. Okay, so this is 06 GB. I love this tone. It is like this really kind of warm toffee color for people with one level lighter than me, so level 6, and it is just so pretty, and I love using it as just a really nice refresh and glaze. This is what I would use on my clients for that. Okay, so for all my copper girls out there, this is what the C means. So for copper, so this is 07C. It's like a light copper color, super, super pretty. If anybody wants copper hair, like that kind of orange tone, redhead type of hair, that's what I would go for, is like the C's, or they have the CC's or the AA's. So I'll explain the AA's in a second. But this is a really pretty, like, medium redhead color. Really, really like this for my redheads. Okay, also one of my favorites, 07NB, is one of those colors that looks good on everybody. It's this really kind of chestnutty blonde, like it's almost brown, but it's not there. It's like a dirty blonde. And I'll use this on people who don't want to have super like light highlights, but they still want them to look like kind of buttery and natural. I'll definitely use this on people. I also use it for a middle color a lot. So when I'm doing color melts, this will be the darker color, then 07NB is the transition color, and it looks so, so pretty. So definitely check this one out. It's really, really pretty. So 08N is also one of my favorites. It's also a neutral again. Remember, N for neutral. So 8, we're getting higher and we're getting lighter. So this is what I'll use on somebody who gets highlights but wants them to look very natural, but also like it has this like sandy color to it. It's so pretty. I love it. It's super cool. So I'll use this on somebody who wants that type of look, like not super bright blonde at all, but like this sandy tone. I'll put a picture up in the corner here to show you guys. Okay, I want to explain this 08GN. So GN equals green. I know that sounds scary, but this is for people with red hair who need to color correct it. So I use this on people who come in and they're working through a color correction. This is what I'll use on them all over because it completely takes away the red. Write me if you guys are gonna do this at home, and if you're confused, you and I can talk and I can help you figure this out. But the GNs are the colors to go for if you have red and you need to color correct it. So this is 9GB. I use 9 levels constantly. I feel like that's what I mostly use Redken Shades EQ for, is mostly my blondes. So I have this one, which is GB, which is gold beige. So I know we don't want warmth, I know we don't want red, but when stylists use gold or beige on you, do not worry, it's gonna be a very neutral, pretty blonde. Even though gold like sets off that alarm, like it's gonna be yellow. It's not at all. It's gonna be just very warm and beautiful. So I'll use this a lot on my blondes. If you want something that's more of like kind of a warmer but still buttery blonde, this is my favorite. Okay, I'm just gonna bring all 3 of these guys because I use them all so much. So 9B is something I would use on people who want to be super cool blonde. This is also great for color correcting. I'll toss B's into anything that is orange. So if you're lifting to an orange tone, use a B. That will totally eliminate the orange color, and it's because on the color wheel, orange and blue are complete opposites, so they neutralize each other. So I'll put the little color wheel up here. Just always refer back to that when you're looking at your own hair. Say, okay, I've got like some red here, so what are you gonna use? Green. It's right opposite to it. So I also love 9NB, so pretty, neutral blue. It is almost like a sandy blonde, super, super pretty. It is just like very natural. The name is Irish Cream, which I love. I think that sounds so pretty, but it's even prettier on your hair. So if you have like 9 level blonde highlights and you want them to feel very like natural, sandy, like definitely use this one. So pretty. Also, if you're going for something neutral, like very natural blonde, 9N is really gorgeous. I'd say this is more sandy blonde than anything. It does drop your highlights. So when you use 9 levels on my girls who are like, they want to be bright blonde, platinum, that's when I'll bring in clear. So you use a 9, then you take clear with the 9 level, and I would dilute it so that it didn't drop completely to a 9. So if you have like super blonde highlights, they're probably a 10 or above level wise. So I would use clear to make this a 10, and then I'd put it all over. And that way you're not losing the brightness of your highlights, and you still get to have that pretty tone all over your sandy blonde hair. Okay guys, so that is just a really quick tutorial on Shades EQ toners. These are a couple of my favorites, but I'm gonna list a lot more information down below. If you need any help doing any of this or understanding it, please just write me on Instagram at Daniella Benita, or here. I'm always answering all your comments and questions and am really happy to help. Also, I hit 6,000 subscribers this month. I am so excited about that. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. You have no idea how much it means to me, and I can't wait to keep bringing you more amazing content and teaching you guys so many cool things. I'm just so excited for this next year. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!